This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. How many times have I said, I can't even answer the question, so I don't know the answer, but there's been a lot of times that I've talked about the ramping up, the amping up of the violent rhetoric that's going to be coming from Republicans and conservatives and thought leaders within this movement. And it's starting to happen. I got two clips here for you of Steve Bannon, he is an organizer of chaos. He is a disruptor of norms and traditions and democracy itself. Two clips. One is he's talking about how there will be arrests and retribution on day one. As soon as Donald Trump takes office again, it's not going to be like it was last time. There's going to be consequence for Democrats. And then the other clip is him explaining how no one should be working at the RNC who believes in democracy. No one should be working at the Republican National Committee who is not of the belief that the election was stolen. So everyone who works there must believe the election lie. They must be a conspiracy theorist in league with Donald Trump and his lies and propaganda. This is dangerous. One, it's a call of retribution against political opponents for no crime other than being opposed to Donald Trump. And then the other is just, he wants fundamentally to suspend reality. And for those in positions of power to also share that view. First, here's him talking about arresting, punishing on day one.
So they don't care about any law. They don't care about any custom and tradition. They don't. And here's why. Mike Davis just said the quiet part aloud. On the evening after we've won, the accountability project's going to start. And it's going to be thorough this time. It's going to be deep. It's going to be meaningful, right? And it's not going to be the Peter Navarros of the world that are going to be in prison. It's going to be, they're going to be in prison. Yes, prison. Because that's where they deserve to be, for trying to destroy this country, the greatest republic, the greatest nation, the greatest republic in the history of mankind. I think I just made the case for turbulence. It's going to be turbulent. We're not going to pat each other on the head. They hate us and we hate them. Let's be just blunt about it, okay?
He calls it turbulent. I call it chaos. And he knows it. He owns it. He lives it. He loves it. There will be arrests. The accountability project, he calls it. It'll be deep. It'll be meaningful. We will imprison them because they deserve it. Not because of any crime. He didn't list any crimes that's been committed. It's not that there's 91 charges across 4 separate indictments. Those are listed crimes that were committed. This is just nebulous. Let's put him in prison. Lock him up. And here is the clip about him encouraging everyone to suspend reality and put people in positions of power who will ultimately suspend reality and operate on that basis. Watch this.
Where he tries to put her on the spot about the 2020 election, and then he finds out that when they hire people, one of the questions they're asking is, what do you think about the 2020 election? Nobody at the RNC should be there that does not think the 2020 election was stolen. Full stop. Why would you be there? Why would you be there? The 2020 election was stolen. We're going to be adamant about it.
Bereft of proof, bereft of evidence, nothing. In fact, 60 plus cases were just thrown out of court. Even the Supreme Court, Donald Trump's his Supreme Court also said no. But they'll continue to say it, repeating it as often as they can to as many people who will listen, or those who won't, until it becomes true somehow, apparently. They live in a magic land, a fantasy land, where just saying it makes it true. They don't ever provide any evidence. Even one of his largest sponsors, Mike Lindell, the MyPillow goof, is, well, we're going to present this evidence to the Supreme Court. Not this time, then this time, and then, not this time, this time, it's going to be earth-shattering. It's going to be world-changing information we bring. And then he never, ever does. There's never a scintilla, there's not even an eyelash of evidence that they ever bring. No one ever has anything but conjecture and accusation and conspiracy. Mostly conspiracies that have absolutely been debunked time and time again from many angles. Defamation lawsuits have been settled and brought to trial over this. Lawyer after lawyer after lawyer has been disbarred for their participation in the attempt to overturn the 2020 election that was not stolen. There was an attempted overthrow of the United States government to reinsert Donald Trump because there was no other mechanism, because it wasn't true, so they had to do it by force. And this chaos agent, Steve Bannon, he's here for it. He's an organizer. He's a leader in this movement. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And it might even remain after the 2020 election, if and when Biden wins again. As long as there's money to be made, as long as there are grift to take part in, Donald Trump's going to be around. Donald Trump's progeny are going to be around. He's opened up a panoply of opportunities for the grift and the charlatans and the liars to alter our country and sow chaos or accountability project, turbulence, douche canoe, Steve Bannon. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. That is the phone number and email address. I'd love to hear from you. You can also just leave a comment below. We can have a conversation in the comments that will trigger YouTube to share this content with new possible viewers, and I would appreciate that. That would be a favor to me. What name would you call Steve Bannon? Write it below. If you appreciate what I do, the manner with which I do it, I know I'm not for everybody, but if I'm for you, click the join button below. Consider supporting this work for $2 a month. You can become a channel member. You can go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Those are great ways to support this work, and I would appreciate it very much. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere, and I will see you next time. No accountability, no turbulence, no chaos. Be genuine. Take care of one another.